Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Chiller. Today we are deep diving into fascinating story. The 1962 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, is one of the most popular coins among collectors and numismatists today. This nickel holds a significant place in American coinage history, not only for its design featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse, but also for its role during an important time in mid-20th century America. In this video, we are going to explore everything about the 1962 Jefferson nickel, including its history, mintage, metal composition, value, varieties, errors, and why it remains such a fascinating coin for collectors. Whether you are a beginner in numismatics or an experienced coin enthusiast, this deep dive into the 1962 nickel will give you detailed insights and useful knowledge. The Jefferson nickel series started in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it was chosen after design competition to honor the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, who was also the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His profile face is left on the coin, with the word liberty inscribed in cursive and the motto "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, Monticello, Jefferson's plantation home, is displayed along with the denomination 5 cents and United States of America. This design remained unchanged for decades, making coins like the 1962 Jefferson nickel a classic piece of American coinage history. The year 1962 was a relatively stable year for the United States Mint, with no major changes in coin designs or materials. The 1962 Jefferson nickel was struck in large quantities at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins are identified by the D mint mark placed on the reverse to the right of Monticello. In total, hundreds of millions of nickels were struck in 1962, ensuring that they were common in circulation. Despite their high mintage, certain well-preserved examples and coins with striking errors can command significant value today. The composition of the 1962 Jefferson nickel is a mix of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. This composition was standard for nickels during that time and gives the coin its familiar silvery appearance, even though there is no actual silver in the coin. Many collectors new to the hobby often wonder if the 1962 5-cent coin contained silver, but the answer is no. Only war nickels minted between 1942 and 1945 contained 35% silver due to World War II metal shortages. Therefore, the 1962 nickel is made entirely of copper and nickel alloy. When it comes to value, the 1962 5-cent coin is usually worth its face value in circulated condition, meaning coins you might find in everyday pocket change typically are not rare. However, uncirculated examples, coins graded in mint state condition, or those with full steps details on Monticello can be highly valuable. Full steps refers to the sharpness of detail in the steps of Monticello on the reverse of the coin, which is often weakly struck. Collectors pay a premium for nickels with clear, full steps since they are harder to find. A 1962 Jefferson nickel with full steps can be worth significantly more than a regular strike. In terms of varieties, both Philadelphia and Denver Mint coins exist for 1962. The Denver Mint struck far more coins than Philadelphia, so the D Mint mark coins are more common. Nevertheless, well-struck Philadelphia issues with high grades also desirable. Within these, proof coins were not struck for 1962, since proof production had been temporarily suspended between 1960 and 1964, replaced instead with special mint sets in 1965. This makes the 1962 Jefferson nickel a regular circulation strike year, without proofs. Error coins from 1962 are another fascinating aspect for collectors. Errors can include off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks. Double die errors are especially popular, where the details on either the obverse or reverse appear doubled due to misalignment in the die-making process. A strong doubled die 1962 nickel can be worth many times its face value, especially in uncirculated condition. Similarly, repunched mint marks from the Denver Mint can attract strong collector interest. Errors and varieties always keep collectors searching through old nickels in hopes of discovering a rare piece. Now let's talk about the importance of condition and grading. Coin grading is one of the most important aspects of determining the value of any Jefferson nickel. Grading ranges from good, where the coin shows heavy wear and details are mostly flattened, to mint state grades like MS65 or higher, where the coin is sharp, lustrous, and free from significant marks. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or special characteristics like rainbow toning can also bring higher premiums at auctions. Collectors often send their coins to professional grading services to certify their authenticity and condition, but even without grading, one can compare their coins with published grading guides to get an estimate. Beyond condition and rarity, the 1962 Jefferson nickel also carries historical interest. It was minted during the presidency of John F. Kennedy, just before the social and political transformations of the 1960s. While the coin itself may appear ordinary, it circulated in an America on the brink of major cultural change. This historical context gives the 1962 nickel an added dimension for collectors who appreciate coins not only as objects of value but as pieces of history that pass through the hands of everyday Americans. For those building a Jefferson nickel collection, the 1962 nickel is an important date to include. Some collectors build date and mint mark sets, seeking one of each year and mint mark combination. Others focus specifically on full steps nickels, which can make a 1962 coin with sharp steps an exciting challenge. Regardless of collecting style, the 1962 nickel is a common but essential piece of the Jefferson nickel series. In summary, the 1962 5-cent coin from the United States is a copper-nickel Jefferson nickel featuring the iconic designs of Thomas Jefferson and Monticello. Struck at both Philadelphia and Denver, it was produced in high numbers, but condition, strike quality, and errors can make specific examples far more valuable. While most 1962 nickels remain common in circulated grades, collectors continue to seek out uncirculated, full steps, and error examples for their collections. This coin reminds us of the artistry of Felix Schlag's design, the history of the early 1960s, and the enduring popularity of the Jefferson nickel series. Whether you're looking through your pocket change, exploring an inherited coin collection, or buying coins from a dealer, keep an eye out for the 1962 Jefferson nickel. It may not always be rare, but in the right condition or with the right error, it can become a valuable and cherished part of any collection. Next up, the 5-cent coin from the United States minted in the year 1976 with a Denver mint mark, also known as the 1976 D Jefferson nickel. In this video, we will take an in-depth journey through the history, design, composition, mintage, and value of the 1976 D 5-cent coin, giving you a complete numismatic perspective that collectors and coin enthusiasts will appreciate. Whether you are new to coin collecting or already a serious numismatist, learning about the Jefferson nickel from 1976 can help you understand not only its importance but also how to recognize key details that may affect its desirability and potential worth in today's coin market. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel has remained a long-standing symbol of American coinage. By 1976, this coin had already been in circulation for nearly 4 decades, serving as everyday currency while also being of great interest to collectors. The 5-cent coin of the United States carries a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The design is one of the most iconic in American numismatic history. The 1976 D Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the coin. Unlike the bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollars, the 5-cent coin did not receive a special bicentennial design in 1976. The Jefferson nickel retained its standard design, but this does not make it any less significant. The year 1976 was a remarkable year in U.S. history, marking the bicentennial celebration of American independence, and even coins without the special dual-date design carry the spirit of that historic era. Collectors often take interest in the 1976 D nickel because it represents a time when patriotic celebrations were at their peak, and all circulating coins from that year are tied to the bicentennial story. In terms of specifications, the 1976 D 5-cent coin has a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Its plain edge and metallic sheen are familiar features that define the Jefferson nickel series. Millions of these coins were minted, as the Denver Mint produced a large supply to meet circulation demand. While this means most examples are common in circulated grades, certain high-quality coins, particularly those in uncirculated condition or with strong strikes, can hold additional collector value. When it comes to grading and condition, the value of the 1976 D 5-cent coin can vary significantly. Circulated examples generally hold only face value, but uncirculated coins graded from mint state 60 up to mint state 67 or higher can command premiums. Coins with full steps on Monticello, meaning sharply struck details on the steps of the building, are particularly desirable among Jefferson nickel collectors. These full-step designations demonstrate the precision of the strike and are less common, making them a key factor in determining collector interest. The historical context also adds depth to this coin. In 1976, America celebrated 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This period brought about a surge in interest in American heritage, history, and symbolism, and coinage played a central role in that celebration. While the Jefferson nickel remained unchanged in its design, it still circulated alongside the special bicentennial coins, making it part of the broader narrative of the nation's bicentennial coinage. This makes the 1976 5-cent piece more than just a regular nickel. It becomes a part of the cultural fabric of the time. Collectors who specialize in Jefferson nickels often seek complete date and mint mark sets. The 1976 D coin plays an essential role in filling the Denver mint slot for that year. For those building high-grade collections, searching through rolls of 1976 D nickels can be rewarding, especially when one encounters examples with minimal contact marks, strong luster, and sharp details. Numismatists always emphasize patience and careful searching, as gems can often be found in unexpected places, even within coins that appear common at first glance. When discussing value, it is important to mention that while the 1976 D Jefferson nickel is not rare in circulation, its condition, strike, and grade make all the difference. Professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC can provide authentication and assign a numeric grade, which helps establish the market value of a coin. While circulated pieces may be worth only 5 cents, high-grade mint state examples, particularly those with full steps, can sell for several dollars or more, depending on market demand. In rare instances, top population coins in near-perfect condition have sold for significant premiums at auction. For coin enthusiasts, holding on to a 1976 D 5-cent coin is not just about its monetary value. It is also about preserving a piece of history. Every Jefferson nickel tells a story, from its design origins to its role in commerce, and the 1976 D nickel is no exception. As part of the American numismatic landscape, this coin symbolizes continuity and tradition, carrying forward a design that honors one of the nation's founding fathers. To conclude, the 1976 D Jefferson nickel, while common in circulation, remains a fascinating coin for collectors. Its Denver mint origin, its place in the bicentennial year, its composition and design, and the potential value of high-grade or full-step examples all contribute to its importance. For those beginning a collection, this coin is an accessible and affordable entry point. For seasoned numismatists, it offers opportunities to hunt for high-quality specimens and to appreciate the subtleties of strike and condition. No matter your level of interest, the 1976 D 5-cent coin from the United States is a valuable piece of American coinage history worth studying and collecting. Now we will explore the 1984 P 5-cent coin from the United States, also known as the Jefferson nickel, is one of the most collected coins in modern numismatics. In this detailed presentation, we will explore the history, mintage, design, eras, varieties, value, and importance of the 1984 P Jefferson nickel. If you are interested in coin collecting, numismatics, United States coins, and the history of the nickel, this video will provide you with in-depth knowledge and valuable information. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained a staple of U.S. coinage for decades. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, you can see Jefferson's famous Virginia home, Monticello. The design has undergone minor modifications over the years, but the core elements remain consistent. By 1984, the coin had already been in circulation for nearly half a century, making it a familiar piece of everyday commerce and a collectible item. The 1984 P nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the P mint mark on the coin. This is significant because Philadelphia nickels did not always carry a mint mark before 1980, but by 1984 the P was standard. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, ensuring they were widely available in circulation. According to official records, the mintage for the 1984 P Jefferson nickel was over 1 billion pieces, a very large number that reflects the high demand for 5-cent coins in daily transactions during that period. While common in circulation, the condition of a coin always matters in numismatics. Most 1984 P Jefferson nickels found in circulation show heavy wear, scratches, and contact marks from years of use. However, uncirculated examples, especially those graded mint state, are highly desirable for collectors. Coins graded MS65 and higher become increasingly scarce, and finding one with full steps on the Monticello design is particularly challenging. The term full steps refers to the detail on the steps of Monticello on the reverse. A coin with sharp, complete steps is much rarer and commands a higher premium. In terms of errors and varieties, the 1984p nickel has a few interesting examples that attract collector attention. Error coins such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or clipped planches can significantly increase value. Some collectors have reported 1984p nickels with repunched mint marks, although these are not officially recognized as major varieties. The most sought-after errors for this year are usually double die obverse coins where the lettering or design shows doubling, giving the coin a unique and collectible look. When it comes to value, the 1984p nickel is generally worth face value in circulated condition due to the high mintage. However, uncirculated examples in high mint state grades, especially those certified by third-party grading services, can bring premiums. A typical uncirculated example might range from $1 to $5, while coins with full steps designation can sell for much more. In top grades, such as MS67 full steps, the value can rise dramatically into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the market demand and rarity of the specimen. Collectors actively seek these top-tier coins because of their condition rarity. For coin collectors, the 1984p Jefferson nickel is an accessible and affordable way to build a date and mint mark set of Jefferson nickels. Many collectors start with circulated coins, then upgrade to better quality pieces as they build their collection. The Jefferson nickel series offers a fascinating look at U.S. coinage history, with a long run of issues from 1938 through the present day. The 1984p coin plays its part in that larger story, bridging the gap between older and newer issues. Another interesting aspect to consider is the metal composition. The 1984p nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a standard composition that has been used for decades in the series. The coin weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Unlike older coins, the 1984 nickel does not contain silver. However, the composition gives it durability and the distinctive nickel color and feel that collectors and the public are familiar with. For those interested in investing in coins, the 1984p nickel may not be the rarest issue, but high-grade certified examples can still make a solid addition to a collection. The key is to focus on condition and to seek out coins with full steps designation. Many collectors use the Jefferson nickel series as a way to learn about grading, minting processes, and U.S. history, since the coins are affordable and widely available. Numismatics is not just about value, it is also about history and connection. The 1984p nickel circulated during an important time in the 1980s, a decade of economic, political, and cultural change in the United States. Holding a coin from 1984 connects you to that era, reminding us of the transactions, events, and daily lives of people who use these nickels in commerce. For some collectors, this historical connection is just as meaningful as the financial value of the coin. To summarize, the 1984p Jefferson nickel from the United States is a widely available coin with an extremely high mintage. While common in circulated condition, it becomes collectible and more valuable in high mint state grades, especially with full steps on Monticello. Error coins and high-grade certified examples are the highlights for collectors. The coin continues to hold interest for numismatists who appreciate its history, design, and place in the Jefferson nickel series. Whether you are just starting out in coin collecting or expanding an advanced collection, the 1984p nickel is a coin worth learning about and appreciating. The study of coins like the 1984p 5-cent piece shows us how much history, craftsmanship, and detail can be found in even the most ordinary-looking coins we see in our change. Every coin tells a story, and the Jefferson nickel of 1984 with the Philadelphia mint mark is no exception. Collectors and enthusiasts value it not only for its place in numismatic history, but also for the opportunity it provides to study minting quality, varieties, and preservation of United States coinage. If you are a collector or simply curious about US coins, take a closer look at the 1984p Jefferson nickel. It is affordable, educational, and offers insight into the world of numismatics. From its design and history to its errors, varieties, and values, the 1984p nickel is a reminder of how fascinating coin collecting can be. Whether you collect for fun, for history, or for investment, this coin deserves a place in your journey through United States coinage.